Hey everybody, it's Benjamin here at the Centaur Fragrance Channel. We're fragrance lovers, we're fragrance enthusiasts, and we're certainly passionate about fragrances. So let's talk about a fragrance called Siren from the house of Divona. This is a upcoming, I guess you would say, indie brand that not many people know about, not many people talk about. I was sent these samples for review, and I'm very happy to bring them to you and share this brand with you. This is more of a tropical, fresh summer citrus fragrance, but would be perfectly nice for the spring. Let's talk all about it today. First off, this has pineapple, lemon, green apple, rose, lily, mint, powder, musk, wood, and vanilla. So that's very nice and very interesting. It's a fresh fragrance. It's kind of lemony. It's kind of citrusy, a little bit tart, and also is a little bit powdery. I really like that there's mint added in this. Y'all know that I'm a sucker for mint, and the mint brings up the composition. It makes the fragrance, instead of becoming a little bit more green and a little bit more grassy, I feel like it's a little bit more on that crisp side of things. And I really like crispness in certain styles of fragrances, especially for my spring fragrances. I like a crisp kind of nature to that fragrance. So, very nice. They describe the character of this fragrance as being passionate, mysterious, and magnetic. So, this is a very nice, an aquatic and almost a slightly green fragrance, but overall it's more of a fruity fragrance more than anything to my nose. Um, it's really hard to describe. It's more of a fruity citrus fragrance that kind of wants to lean more on the aquatic feel of fragrance. It doesn't smell like an aquatic, and it almost wants to smell a little bit green, but not particularly green at all. Anyways, nice fragrance. The powder does come through with the lily and the powder in the dry down. The vanilla doesn't really show its face in a big way. I feel like it would ruin the feel of this fragrance if it had a lot of vanilla. I do wish for more pineapple. I guess if you love a certain note, you want a lot of it. So I would like more mint and more pineapple to the fragrance, but it's very nice. The rose is not a big player in this fragrance, in my opinion. It's very much in the background, rounding things out, adding a little bit of a nice floral nuance, and adds a little bit of a tone to that powder that would otherwise be just maybe a little bit dry or a little bit flat, without that interesting character from the rose rounding it out. So, anyways, I'm not the biggest fan of lily, but I do think it's used pretty well here. It's This fragrance is kind of dynamic. That in the opening is pretty fresh and crisp and fruity, and then it dries down. It becomes a little bit more well-rounded with a powdery nature. Some of y'all out there might find that fascinating, and some of y'all might find that annoying. If you wanted more of a citrus fragrance and more of something that was overtly fresh, this fragrance has a little bit more weight to it in the dry down. It becomes a little bit more weighted. It adds a little bit of character, and powdery notes just aren't for everybody. For me personally, I have a very hard time with powdery notes. It's not really a smell that I particularly enjoy personally, but some people out there do like that smell. So definitely give this one a try. Give it a chance if you want something, if it sounds good to you. Anyways, performance wise, this is more of a fresh fragrance, but then the dry down does have some weight to it. So you're getting kind of average or maybe slightly above average projection. Sillage is actually a little bit better than an average Divona fragrance, and actually is decent. And longevity is 6 odd hours on this one. For me personally, I really want those citrus notes to last longer. The citrus notes don't hang on for a long time. Not at all. It's the citrus notes go away rather quickly, and then you're left with this powdery nature. It's not exactly musky, but it's going to hold on. It has a little bit of musk in the dry down. The woods to me are very, again, really not here. And a lot of Divona fragrances, they say there's woody nuances. I think that it's just kind of well rounded, more of a clear wood, more of that synthetic wood kind of smell more than anything. And the vanilla to my nose doesn't come out in a big way. Anyways, nice performance overall. It's more on the average side of things. Anyways, what do I think about the compliment factor? I think the compliments are going to be here with this fragrance if you want, if you're a lady and you want something highly versatile that you can wear all year long, 24/7, all weather, I think that this fragrance can be a good compliment getter. I think that you can wear this fragrance. It's pretty darn wearable. But it's not exactly as floral and fresh as something that might get a lot of compliments. and it's not as fruity enough as something, some fragrances out there that might get compliments, but I think that it is wearable enough and likable enough that it can get you compliments. But I do think that it's a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more on the I guess they have it right. They say magnetic, and a little bit on the mysterious side. So this one's not. It's not a bright, cheerful, playful fragrance, out there grabbing for attention. I think that I think that this fragrance is a little bit more on the reserved side of things, even though it's not really a skin scent or anything like that. So, didn't get me a lot of compliments. I did wear it out in public, even though this is, to my nose, more of a feminine fragrance. It's definitely coming across a little bit on the unisex side of things. I personally wouldn't wear this really regularly or buy a bottle. I do feel like it's a little bit more feminine, and I do like more of my overtly masculine fragrances. So, personally, it's decent on the compliment factor. Not amazing though. Price wise, my final thoughts, you can buy a 1 ounce bottle of these fragrances from Divona for $55 for 1 ounce. It's not a terribly good value for money, but they do donate a little bit of that to, women's causes, to help women rebuild their lives coming from terrible situations and abuse and those kinds of things. So this brand does do a lot of good. It's a brand made by ladies for ladies. That might be something you're very interested in. This brand is made to be wearable. Most of their fragrances from this brand, they are artistic. They are a little bit unique, but they still have a very wearable side to them. Just imagine it's not. I don't want to misguide you. The quality here is not the same as Creed, but just imagine the style of like a Creed fragrance, made to be very versatile and very wearable for everyday situations. Anyways, interesting stuff. I do think that this is probably one of their top sellers. I could imagine this stuff is pretty nice, pretty wearable, pretty accessible and understandable, and it does have a little bit of character, which is a big plus for a lot of people. It has some character, but still is very wearable. For a lot of people out there, for the average, person out there, they want something that might smell a little bit different, but not very different. They still want something that's mass appealing, easy to wear, and something that's kind of carefree. You might not want to draw a lot of attention, but you might draw a little bit of attention with a fragrance like this. So I think that this is definitely that kind of juice, and I think that it might work for some of y'all out there. I hope that y'all enjoyed my review. Y'all know my final thoughts. I wouldn't personally wear this, but I have let ladies smell this one, and this is for a lot of ladies their favorite from the brand. I have let a lot of ladies try this one, and they gravitated towards this one a lot. So I think that ladies, check this one out. It might be for you. Anyways, this has been my review of Siren from Divona. A fantastic indie brand out there. Not a lot of people know about them. Not a lot of people have heard about them. Let me know what you think about the brand below. Let me know what you think about this fragrance. Have you heard about them? Have you heard about the brand? What do you think about them? And thank you so much for your love, your support. And if you did like my content, my review, if you did like my video today, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell there, down there below. Hit all notifications. And I'll see you next time, my friends. Wear what you love and rock what you got. And have a good one, everybody. And bye.